Welcome, man, to Market Day Report. I'm still Scott Shellady, and we're still here, and we're still going through these markets for you. Why don't we take a quick peek and see how things have shaped up so far today? You know, it feels like that Paul Simon song, Slip Sliding Away. Now, corn's hanging in there. We were up 5.5. Now we're up 4. But July's up 4 cents to 4.65 and a quarter. That's 2 cents off the highs and about, we can say 7 cents, just under 6.25 cents off the lows. That's July. Dees, that's up 3.25 cents to 4.87 and a quarter. And again, that's about a penny and 3/4 off of the high of the day and 6.25 cents off the low. All right, so that'll give you an idea about where we sit. But let's take a look at beans. What are beans doing? Well, look at this. They've turned over 8 cents lower now. July stands at 12.38 and a quarter. That's on the low of the day, folks, and that's 20 cents away from the high. That's not good. No, that's down 2.75 cents to 12.15 and a half, and that's about a penny and a quarter off the low of the day and 12.5 cents off the high. All right, so that's beans. That's not good. How about Chicago wheat? Well, this one's kind of hanging around unchanged. July Chicago wheat's down 3/4 cent to 6.92 and a quarter. If you move out, say, to the Dees, that's down a penny and a quarter to 7.32 3/4, and that's well off the lows, about 9 cents. And about 8 cents from the highs, 8.25 cents from the highs. So that'll give you an idea where we sit in that D suite in Chicago. From Chicago wheat, let's go to the Kansas City hard red. 3.5 cents higher there, so it's got a little bit of an up arrow here when we talk about July hard red. 7.03 is last, 7 cents from the high, 13 cents from the low. We've had a 20-cent range. D sets up 3 cents to 7.36 and a quarter. And again, that's about 7 cents from the high, and we're going to call that, between us, 13 cents from the low. Not quite. 12.5 cents hasn't quite had the range we've had in July, but still, there you go. That's where we stand in that range, but it's similar to the July. Let's move on from Kansas City to the spring wheat. That's up 2 in July to 7.38 and a half. But Dees is down a penny to 7.60 and a quarter, so that's kind of mixed. Doesn't really know what it wants to do right now. That's the spring wheat, Minneapolis, and then finally, let's do the cotton. See what cotton's got, and here we go. It's on we were up limit the other day. 239 points higher in July. 81.77 is last there. Dees is up 116 points to 78.44. All right, let's go to our guest analyst, our next guest analyst, Nick Paumen. He's with CHS. Nick, thanks for being on up in Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota. What's top of mind? What are you thinking?
Well, like you said, we're off the highs a little bit from today. Beans seemed like they were catching a bid the last few days with rumors China was stepping in, buying some more cargoes for the summer. Seems like that's buying the rumor, and now we're maybe selling a little bit of the fact. We haven't seen, the facts at all. That reports saying they've bought, but that's giving some strength here. And then, of course, wheat's finding some strength this week off of reductions to Russia's crop. Their export value is increasing as well, so that maybe makes the U.S. a little more competitive. Hopefully it does, makes the U.S. more competitive. But corn just seems like it's a little bit of a follower. I mean, we saw on the Monday crop report, the crop's getting in the ground. A lot of areas I'm hearing late this week are starting to finish up, and looking ahead to when they can finish in other spots where they need to play some catch up.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, well, I think folks were surprised on Tuesday by how much we did get done. Do you get that feeling too?
Yeah, there was a little bit of that. Planting this year has been really regionalized. There's some areas that are, 100% done, other areas that they got quite a bit left to go. But any window, a few days where it's fit enough to go, they're going. And we are knocking on the door of some of these insurance states. So some guys are starting to feel the pressure that they have to get it in, or some chatter too, or maybe see some of those corn acres switch over to beans, which. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't say it happens every year, but this isn't all that too surprising. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of places that do need the water as well, so it's kind of a give and take.
Right.
Appreciate you coming on.
Yep.
Thank you very much. We got to jump, but
Thank you.
Nick Paumen, Inver Grove Heights. He's with CHS. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. You're going to come back and talk livestock with me right after this.